and how you need to prepare.
It is very cold. Put your coat on this morning.
Weather impacts all of us. Stay ahead of Metro Atlanta's changing conditions with the 11Alive Weather Impact Team on 11Alive News and 11Alive Plus.
11Alive Plus, streaming live local news free when you want it. Watch extended coverage of breaking news and weather live as it happens, with constant alerts and updates when the big story impacts your safety. Download the 11Alive Plus app now, available on Roku, Fire, and Apple TV.
From inside Iran, from Israel, from Tampa, Hurricane Milton is here. Where we're standing right now is covered in water. Part of our continued reporting. Thanks for talking to me.
Lead could be in your kid's school right now.
It's a potent neurotoxin for children.
But 11Alive News uncovered most schools aren't testing for it, even though it's free.
Why are we having to convince facilities to protect kids?
We expose why most Georgia schools may be declining testing to avoid the results. 11Alive News is holding schools accountable because your kid's safety shouldn't be optional. For solutions that protect your family, watch 11Alive News. Stream this story free on 11Alive Plus.
Good morning and welcome to Today. Nice to have you along with us.
Every day.
Star power is in the air.
Come on now.
Thank you for letting us impose.
Everything and everyone you're talking about. Only on Today.
I would never want any other family to have to go through what we've gone through.
This Georgia family lost their daughter after a crash into what they say was a faulty guardrail. 3 years later, our investigations led to a statewide inspection.
What did you guys find? Roughly about 1,400 that had installation issues.
GDOT also made changes to keep deficient guardrails off the road.
It was certainly based on conversations that we had with your team at 11.
For solutions that protect your safety, watch 11Alive News. Stream this story free on the 11Alive Plus.
We know how much weather impacts your life, but some days are worse than others. 11Alive Weather Impact Alerts get you ready for all of it.
Very heavy rain out there right now.
When weather threatens to mess up your plans or even threatens your safety, 11Alive News will immediately issue a weather impact alert, warning you about what's coming, the impact, and how you need to prepare.
It is very cold. Put your coat on this morning.
Weather impacts all of us. Stay ahead of Metro Atlanta's changing conditions with the 11Alive Weather Impact Team on 11Alive News and 11Alive Plus.
11Alive.
The featured player on SNL, just like me.
Yeah, it was a cool day.
And now you're hosting. Do you have any advice for someone in their first season?
I'd say just get fired immediately.
Cool, got it.
Yeah, worked for me.
We're Golf Tech, and we're the get you out of the woods faster guys. The never leave it in the bunker again guys. We're the this is why and here's how we fix it guys. The better by the numbers guys. The be the club guys. The new personal best guys. We're Golf Tech. We're the practice in a blizzard, beat your buddies, outdrive the boys, 7 shots better guys. Golf Tech.
Get this low mileage lease on this 2025 Cadillac Lyriq Luxury One for around $569 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Local newscasts on your schedule. Stream free on the 11Alive Plus app now. 11Alive News at 6 p.m. starts now.
Good evening and thank you so much for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Angelina Salcido. We are following some breaking news tonight out of Dekalb County where a massive fire has shut down Covington Highway. This is a live look right now at the scene. We're told firefighters initially responded to a car on fire on Covington Highway, but strong winds quickly spread the flames to nearby grass and a storage building. Now crews are battling the intense fire with multiple units on scene trying to get it under control. So far, no injuries have been reported and there's no estimate yet on when the fire is going to be fully contained. I want to bring in meteorologist Danielle Moss because right now it's even more dangerous to fight this fire because we're under a red flag warning.
Exactly. Those winds are definitely making it harder for those firefighters to do their job this evening. It's all a part of the cold front that came through this afternoon from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. We are under that red flag warning. Those winds are very high and we all are under it. Almost the entire state of Georgia. That means that the wind wind gusts could be greater than 25 miles an hour. Here's a look at the current fires. All those little fire icons that you see on your screen, those are active fires that are happening right now. You can see how the winds are blowing the flags there in Rome because they are so high. Currently here in Atlanta, it is 66 and it feels like 66, but the winds, the actual winds are near 15 miles an hour. When you factor in the wind gusts, they could be near 30 miles an hour as we head into the overnight hours. So the winds, they won't be calming very much, but we need to make sure that you are very aware that that cold front is bringing in higher winds and cooler weather that will be arriving on your Sunday. We are anticipating a dry start to the week, so that fire danger could continue at least until Tuesday or Wednesday. Then we'll be tracking some rain and some thunderstorms as we head into your Wednesday morning. Here's a look at tomorrow. Highs will be anywhere from 55 to 57 degrees. The winds will calm down just a little bit. It will feel like the 50s throughout the day. As you prepare for your Sunday morning, it will be a cooler start. Make sure you grab your jackets as you head out the house because in the morning temperatures will be near 36 degrees. We'll have plenty of sunshine throughout the day, but it just won't be too warm out there. Have more details on that rain coming up.
Danielle, thank you. Well, Grammy-nominated R&B artist and longtime Metro Atlanta resident Angie Stone has died. She died in a crash in Montgomery, Alabama. Stone had just finished a concert and was headed to Atlanta. Her last known address is in Stockbridge. 9 other people were in the van, but their conditions and the cause of this crash are still unknown. Stone's career spanned decades. She was best known for hits like No More Rain and Wish I Didn't Miss You. Stone was 63 years old. What is day 21 of the search on Lake Oconee for Gary Jones, a coach at Westminster Schools in Atlanta. He disappeared on the lake February 8th. That is when he and his fiancee, Joycelyn Wilson, headed out on a boating trip to celebrate Jones's 50th birthday. Wilson's body was found in the water shortly after they disappeared. 11Alive's Molly Oak takes us to the lake tonight with an inside look at what the sheriff calls their biggest search effort yet.
Above the water?
Every one of the divers that's here today are professionals. They are experts in their area. They're using the best communication systems.
Underneath the water?
The comm systems allow them to talk to each other in case there's a problem because, again, they can't see each other under the water. It creates a very, very dangerous, very, very difficult work environment.
Today, crews tell me 6 more divers joined the search on the lake. The Putnam County Sheriff says it's their biggest effort of the search so far. Adding the sheriff's office has never had a search this size.
We've certainly never had anything like this. DNR's had a full complement of people here every day. My deputies have been here, or I've been here every day. And we've had people come from all over the southeast, volunteers. No, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, this is probably one of the largest searches that we've done. We're on day 21 right now. The amount of resources and commitment, not only from the Sheriff's Office, DNR, and the Georgia State Patrol has been tremendous. They're flying helicopters over on a regular daily basis.
In hopes of finding Gary Jones.
We're going to continue and try to stay here as long as we can until we find him.
At Lake Oconee, Molly Oak, 11Alive News.
As we continue to stay on top of this story, we have a timeline from when the search began all the way through this point. You can find it on our website, 11alive.com right now. Well, we are learning that 3 people have been arrested following what Atlanta police call a street racing meetup. APD says late last Sunday, a large group of street racers came together on Ivan Allen Jr. Boulevard. You're taking a look at video from that scene right now as police and Georgia State Patrol most drove off, but a few drivers blocked traffic while others made their escape. APD and troopers managed to stop 3 vehicles involved in the takeover. Officers confirmed that their cars had tire residue from laying drag. All 3 were arrested on charges related to illegal street racing and traffic obstruction, and their cars were impounded. We're also learning more about a devastating fire that claimed the lives of 3 children last month. Atlanta Fire Rescue have confirmed the cause of the fire was electrical. Now, the fire broke out as the Country Oaks Apartments on Fairburn Road on February 19th. 4-year-old Jakari, 1-year-old Zyla, and 9-month-old Zylia all died in that fire. 11Alive obtained records for 6 units at the Country Oaks complex involved in a fire last July. Each unit had 7 to 10 violations ranging from defective electrical outlets and light fixtures to missing and faulty smoke detectors. There is an online fundraiser to support the White family. So far, it has raised over $42,000. We do have a link posted online at 11alive.com if you would like to help that family. Well, the United Kingdom's Prime Minister told Ukrainian President Zelensky today that he has the full backing of the UK. British Prime Minister says the UK will stand with Ukraine as long as it takes. Their friendly meeting stood in stark contrast to the clash Friday between Zelensky and President Trump at the White House, where Trump told Zelensky that he was being disrespectful and gambling with World War III.
You, how much they support Ukraine, and our absolute determination to stand with you, unwavering determination, and to achieve what we both want to achieve, which is a lasting peace.
European leaders are meeting on tomorrow at an emergency summit to discuss a peace plan for Ukraine. To watch the full discussion between the 3 leaders, just download our free 11Alive Plus streaming app. Well, protesters in downtown Atlanta rallied against President Donald Trump and Elon Musk, calling for action against what they describe as threats to democracy and constitutional rights. People came together in Piedmont Park, marching down the street. Some of the top issues include the response to Ukraine and federal layoffs. We did speak to the organizer, who was putting the blame on Congress.
For a long time, Congress hasn't been the voice of the people, and they haven't been decisive, they haven't been functional, and that's driven power to the executive branch. And now Donald Trump has taken that power and sending it all the way, and I think that's really dangerous. You know, I think that Donald Trump promised change, and I think we do need change, but I think the problem was in the legislature, not the executive.
Now, the Education Department is offering a buyout of up to $25,000 to many of its employees. An email from the agency's top human resources official states employees have until Monday at 11:59 p.m. to decide if they want to accept the one-time offer. The email says the offer is in advance of a, quote, very significant reduction in force. The resignations would take effect at the end of the month. The offer comes as the Republican-controlled Senate is set to vote on the nomination of Linda McMahon as Education Secretary on Monday. And looking ahead to Tuesday, President Trump will deliver his address to Congress at 9 p.m. You can watch it right here on 11Alive. Well, as egg prices continue to soar, we are digging into the reason behind the shortage that goes beyond the bird flu and breaking down where you can find the best deal.
11Alive Plus, streaming live local news free when you want it. Get extended coverage of breaking news and weather live with constant updates and alerts. Download the 11Alive Plus app now.
Are you excited to host?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm just worried everyone's going to be hungover still from the 50th.
What makes you say that?
That, for one.
Hey, do you guys know a good tattoo removal guy? I think I made a mistake.
It's bad.
It's bad placement or just like...
The whole thing.
The honey pot ant, straight out of science fiction. The Wild West, where this bulb stands his ground, and the villain from many a Western.
The Americas, Sunday on NBC and Peacock.
Does diabetic peripheral neuropathic pain disrupt your daily life? You may qualify for a clinical trial and up to $2,300 in compensation for study-related time. Cenexcel is a local medical research facility made up of board-certified surgeons and anesthesiologists located in Atlanta. Qualified participants will be compensated for study-related time and reimbursed for travel. If the following applies to you, call now to participate at no cost. Call now at 404-214-0820.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
At Carrabba's Italian Grill, every dish tells a story. Lasagna's always been special to me and my family. It's all the flavors you could ask for in one bite. So come celebrate at your local Carrabba's and enjoy our one-of-a-kind lasagna.
Local newscasts on your schedule. Stream free on the 11Alive Plus app now.
We are staying on top of breaking news out of Dekalb County, where fire crews are still working to contain a massive fire along Covington Highway, which remains shut down at this hour. We are told it started as a car fire at Covington Highway, but strong winds spread the flames to nearby grass and a storage building. Multiple units are on scene battling this fire. So far, no injuries have been reported, but still, there is no timeline on when the fire will be under control. We have a crew out there right now trying to gather some more information. We're following this story, and of course, we'll bring you any updates as soon as we get them. Well, tonight, the Vatican says that Pope Francis has had a peaceful night and is resting after suffering a medical setback yesterday. They say he's stable but has been battling pneumonia for 2 weeks. Yesterday, he had another health scare, including a coughing fit that was bad enough that doctors put him on a breathing machine. With his health in such bad shape, the Pope will not be leading the Ash Wednesday service this upcoming week. Well, get ready for more sticker shock in the grocery store. A new report just released this week shows the United States Department of Agriculture is predicting egg prices could rise another 41% this year. 11Alive News consumer investigative reporter Liza Lucas explains why there's a lot riding on containing bird flu and other factors driving up costs.
You go to the grocery store, you see eggs, you be like, wait, hold up. What's going on with the chickens?
What you're paying for eggs at the grocery store is setting records here in the United States.
I know I went the other day to the store. They were out.
You're hearing it everywhere. The price of eggs is going up, up. And down in Ellenwood, Eliyahu Benassa with Atlanta Harvest is fielding new customers in search of supply.
Everybody's coming in usually first thing in the morning when they're coming through asking if we have eggs.
His family farm with more than 5,000 chickens already is expanding its own production as a result.
So that we can produce more eggs and, support the community as best as we can.
As the latest outbreaks of bird flu strain the supply chain.
It's really severely hit the price of eggs. California's been hit really hard, the Midwest, and we just have a lot of egg-laying hen production out in those areas.
Wendy White is the industry manager for food and beverage at the Georgia Manufacturing Extension Partnership at Georgia Tech. USDA data shows the H5N1 avian flu affected more than 23 million birds in January alone.
Unfortunately for us, migratory wild birds are probably the biggest contributor to the contamination.
Containing the contagious virus means slaughtering exposed flocks, hurting supply. Recent winter weather also creates a bottleneck.
People start panic buying, and then we have even fewer egg cartons on the shelf.
The American Egg Board, which supports farmers, tells 11Alive News investigates the number of eggs sold retail is up year over year for 23 consecutive months. We're also coming off high holiday demand. The average price of a dozen large grade A eggs in the U.S. hit a 10-year high in January at almost $5, more than double the cost last year. Meanwhile, the American Egg Board tells 11Alive it's going to take a sustained period with no additional bird flu detection on egg farms to stabilize supply. Based on past outbreaks, prices do have the potential to recover. In January of 2023, the average price for a dozen eggs, it cost about $4.82. But when outbreaks stopped, the prices dropped. And by May, the price was closer to $2.66. And they continued to drop from there. So right now, it's really a waiting game.
We're doing the things that we need to do to try to prevent future outbreaks, to try to get those prices back down.
In the interim, Atlanta Harvest aims to keep their prices stable to serve customers old and new.
And a lot of people are just walking straight through the door asking if we have eggs.
Liza Lucas, 11Alive News investigates.
Some good information there. Now, we are keeping an eye on whether egg prices go up again with Easter, the second biggest time of the year for egg sales. We'll also be watching for the next steps from the USDA, which just rolled out a $1 billion plan to bring prices down. So some good news there as well. Meteorologist Danielle Moss is here with me now. We had a little bit of wind today. You're also tracking some changes in the forecast.
Yes, we are tracking some changes. We've been enjoying this nice dry weather, Angelina, but things are going to be changing very, very soon. Here's looking at your satellite and radar. It is nice and calm all across the southeast. We have some nice wind gusts, some cloud cover sneaking in from the north, but overall it's a pleasant evening. Here's looking at your current temperatures. It's 66 degrees here in Atlanta, 46 up in Clayton in the North Georgia mountains, and 70 degrees down in Thomaston. So you can see how the temperatures vary. That's all thanks to that cold front that's working its way through currently outside right now. Here is a look outside. Current temperatures are going to continue to stay into the 50s. It's going to be a beautiful evening for us. Today, believe it or not, our high, 75 degrees. It did not feel like it thanks to the wind gusts, but we still were well above our average of 62 and really close to that record of 80 degrees. And believe it or not, we're getting closer and closer to spring. In fact, spring forward, you got to set those clocks back an hour. That's only 8 days away. In the spring equinox, 19 days away, and that means hurricane season not too far behind. Your high temperatures tomorrow will be different from today. We reached 75 today, but tomorrow we're only going to be near maybe 55 or 56 degrees here in Metro Atlanta. So prepare yourself for your Sunday. It will be cooler, even though we had that wind gust today and it made us feel cooler than that 75 degree mark. We're still going to be actually cooler headed into your Sunday. In fact, by 3 p.m. it'll be 54 degrees, but feels like 52 when you factor in the wind gusts. And throughout the beginning of this week, our temperatures will actually be climbing back into the upper 60s. Unfortunately, we are tracking some rain chances as we head into midweek. So we have a 50% chance for some rain and maybe even a few thunderstorms as you prepare for your Tuesday night going into your Wednesday morning. This is a look at it with our futurecast. This is a very strong front. It's going to be causing some severe weather off to our west. We'll have to keep our eye on it to see what kind of threats we'll be seeing here in Metro Atlanta. Unfortunately, that is not our only front that we have our eye on. It looks like we could be seeing some more rain as we head into the end of next week. In fact, over the next 5 days, our rainfall totals, they vary, but it looks like we could be collecting at least an inch of rain here in the next week at the very least. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast for you. 56 degrees for your Sunday. It's going to be cooler, noticeably cooler, and when you factor in the winds, it will feel much cooler as well. Temperatures climbing to the upper 60s as we head into midweek. We are going to be tracking some rain and thunderstorms that could be arriving Tuesday night into your Wednesday. You can see that really big dip as you head into your Thursday with highs near 55 degrees and back to the 60s as we head into the weekend.
All right, United hit the road for the first time this season. Could the Five Sharks make it 2 in a row? Highlights coming up right after the break.
Join 11Alive for the Atlanta Community Food Bank's annual Hunger Walk Run on Sunday, March 9th. This year's event takes place noon to 4 at the Home Depot backyard, located at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Or you can join virtually via social media. Bring a few friends and come walk with the 11Alive team to help raise funds for local hunger relief. To register, go to hungerwalkrun.org and join Team 11Alive. You can make a real difference. Take the next step and join us for a great cause.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 3.9% APR on GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. We are professional grade.
In sports, to achieve greatness, you go big or go home. That's why during the Rooms to Go anniversary sale, we're going big. 20/30 interest-free financing bid. First, save big on the furniture you buy, then finance and pay no interest until January 2030. Not 1 penny of interest. Yes, you get both. Low anniversary sale prices, plus easy to manage 20/30 interest-free financing. So let's go. Shop the Rooms to Go anniversary sale today.
You don't know how much pressure you put on your septic system, but Rid-X does. In a 21-month study, scientists proved that Rid-X reduces up to 20% of waste buildup every month. Take the pressure off with Rid-X.
With e-inspection, Meineke checks my auto and sends photos of the parts that need work. There are rarely any surprises. So I added a few. Surprise! I only trust Meineke with Meineke.
Well, what's up, folks? Marcus Greaves in with your sports. The Five Stripes opened up the regular season with the win against Montreal last week. Today, they had their first road test against Charlotte FC. So let's get out to the pitch. Atlanta United walks into hostile territory, with this being Charlotte's first home match of the season. So this place was rocking. Charlotte would strike first. The 49th, Pep Biel. He's going to clean up the shot and find the back of the net to put Charlotte on top 1-0. Things didn't get any better for the Five Stripes. Just a few minutes later, Brad Guzan blocks a shot, but Zaha is there to take the shot and cash in. Charlotte extends the lead. A tough first road match for United. They lose 2-0. Head coach Ronnie Dyla says they can't keep having these slow second halves.
We have to find out what's happening there. Of course, we cannot go out in the second half. It can't be fatigue and anything when it just happens after 2 minutes. So after our kickoff, they won the ball and they had almost a half chance. So this has to be something we have to do better.
All right, let's talk some hoops. The Yellow Jackets welcome the NC State Wolfpack to the A. It was a back and forth first half, and Tech went on a late first half run in transition. Nathan George finds Baden Ndongo for the jam. Ndongo had a double-double in the first half, and Tech would lead by 11. Second half, the Jackets were just as dominant. Lance Terry adds 15 points, including that triple there. And Georgia Tech would go on to win 87-62. Tech is now 4-1 in its last 5 games.
Beginning of the year, yeah, it's not how we wanted to start and how we wanted this thing to go, but really just staying with it, sticking with it like Coach says. Yeah, just the big jump we made was really just staying sharp, staying disciplined.
That's all it takes. All right, the Dogs are back on the court tonight after their massive upset over third-ranked Florida Tuesday night. Tip-off against Texas is at 8. We'll have those highlights for you later on tonight at 11. Now let's get out to the Diamond. The Braves taking on the Blue Jays in some spring training. Conyers native Buck Farmer, an all-first-team namer, gets a nice K. He struck out the side in his one inning of work. Not much offense in this one, though, but in the 7th, Braves veteran, left fielder Luke Williams sends one to deep left field, and that is out of here. This game would end in a tie, though, 1-1 the final. All right, third round of the Cognizant Classic. Jake Knapp would have a solid round, shooting a 3 under 68, and holds the sole possession of the lead heading into tomorrow's final round. Well, folks, that's your look at sports. We will be right back.
Golf coverage is sponsored by your Greater Atlanta area Cadillac dealers.
Think you need a new roof? Think again. 9 out of 10 roofs can be saved by RoofMax at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. I know it's hard to believe. Just scan the QR code on the screen to hear how our customers are raving about RoofMax.
Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because selling it yourself means dealing with...
Okay, I'll give you half now.
Okay, and
this.
This is mine. Don't suffer selling your car on your own. Visit WeBuyAnyCar.com to see what your car's worth. We make it easy. Get in, get out, and get paid at a fair price.
Nice.
Get your free online valuation now at
WeBuyAnyCar.com. At Panama City Beach, 27 miles of white sand, gorgeous turquoise waters, and sunsets you'll never forget are just the beginning. Here, you can vacation the way you want, whether you're looking for intimate little moments or big adventures. This is where you can be you. Have a romantic dinner at sunset, dive into a new pastime, or put an umbrella in your drink and just listen to the melody of the waves. Panama City Beach. Make it yours at the Real Fun Beach.
We continue to stay on top of some breaking news out of Dekalb County tonight. You're taking a live look at the scene where fire crews are working to contain a fire along Covington Highway that remains shut down tonight. And this is affecting some MARTA bus routes that we want to tell you guys about. This is affecting bus route 115 and 117. Currently, MARTA is rerouting those buses to go around the affected area of the fire. So if you're taking those buses tonight, make sure that you check beforehand so that way you know this fire started as a car fire that spread to nearby grass and a storage building as well due to the strong winds. We're going to keep in touch with the fire department there. We have a crew on the scene. We'll bring you any live updates and of course bring you a new update at 11. We'll see you guys soon. Stay with us.
Get live, local, breaking news around the clock with the 11Alive Plus app. Watch free on your schedule. Available on Roku, Fire, or Apple TV.
Watch Wheel of Fortune weeknights at 7 right here on Atlanta's 11Alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to the Harris Cherokee Valley River Party 2.0. Look at these numbers. You see them? Look at those numbers. Look at them. We are expanding the experience. The experience. It will change the way you play. It might even change the world. Change the world. Was that too much? No. Keep it.
Closer to the Gaza border. A story of resilience and hope. Please take care of yourself and each other.
Today is home to the biggest stars. Next week, Parker Posey, Mindy Kaling, Reggae Jean Page, and Gianna De Laurentiis.
Gianna's here, everybody.
All here live, starting Monday only on Today.
The old me was stuck in the daily grind. My routine didn't allow for any self-expression. I found clay, and that changed everything. I realized my calling was to give others the space to be creative, to build something. This is the first and that's how Clayton was born. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow it and bring people together. There's a creative side in all of us. That's what I hope people...
Schools aren't testing for it, even though it's free.
Why are we having to convince facilities to protect kids?
We expose why most Georgia schools may be declining testing to avoid the results. 11Alive News is holding schools accountable because your kid's safety shouldn't be optional. For solutions that protect your family, watch 11Alive News. Stream this story free on 11Alive Plus.
Good morning and welcome to Today. Nice to have you along with us.
Every day.
Star power is in the air.
Come on now.
Thank you for letting us impose.
Everything and everyone you're talking about. Only on Today.
I would never want any other family to have to go through what we've gone through.
This Georgia family lost their daughter after a crash into what they say was a faulty guardrail. 3 years later, our investigations led to a statewide inspection.
What did you guys find? Roughly about